Hey there and welcome. Today, we're going to get to know a really big friend. I'm talking about our planet's forests. They're alive, they're so important, and we're about to find out just how much they really do for every single one of us. So let's get right into it. Just for a second, I want you to really picture that. Imagine waking up one day and all the green is gone. No trees, no shady spots, nothing. It's a pretty scary thought, right? Well, figuring out why that's so scary is exactly what we're going to explore today. Okay, so first up, let's talk about all the incredible jobs that forests do for us, day in and day out. Seriously, if forest had a resume, it would be absolutely mind-blowing.
To really understand our giant friend, we need a map. And here it is. This is going to be our guide for this whole journey. We'll look at the amazing things forests do, the dangers they're up against, and, this is the most important part, how we can actually help them. First on the list, their incredible superpowers.
I mean, just look at this list. They're basically the superheroes of our planet. First off, they're the Earth's lungs, literally making the oxygen we need to breathe. They're also these massive, bustling cities for millions and millions of animal species. Plus, they act like a giant natural air conditioner, keeping our climate stable and helping give us fresh water. And as if that wasn't enough, their roots hold the soil together to stop landslides. And they give us things we use every day, like wood. It's just wow.
But you know, this story has a bit of a twist, because even a giant friend can get hurt. And right now, our friend is facing some really big problems. And listen, this isn't just for dramatic effect. It's real. All over the world, forests are disappearing at a rate that's honestly hard to wrap your head around. It's a crisis that's happening quietly, but the effects are getting louder and louder. So the big question is, why? Why is this happening?
Well, it's kind of like a perfect storm of problems. You got huge areas being cleared for things like farming and logging. Then you have these massive forest fires, a lot of which are started by people that can just wipe everything out. And on top of all that, pollution and climate change are making the forests weaker, making it harder for them to bounce back. It's a tough spot to be in, for sure. Okay, but here's where the story takes a turn for the better. This isn't just a story about bad news, it's a story about what we can do. We can all step up. We can become guardians of the forest, and here's how we start.
So what's the game plan? Well, it starts with just being smart, being super careful with fire when you're outdoors, and if you see something that doesn't look right, report it. It's also about getting your hands dirty, maybe by joining a local conservation group, or you can simply talk about it with your friends and family. And a huge one is just being a thoughtful consumer. Every single one of these things, big or small, really helps.
But being a guardian isn't just about defense. It's not just about protecting what's already there. It's also about being on offense. It's about planting new trees, creating new forests, and building a greener future. Now, when it comes to planting, you've basically got two main options. As you can see here, planting with a soil ball around the roots gives the tree a really good head start. It has a much better chance of surviving. But it is more work and costs more. On the flip side, planting with bare roots is way cheaper and easier to handle, but those little trees are more fragile and need extra care. The right choice just depends on the kind of tree and what resources you have. Oh, no way. Not even close. That's just the very first step. Planting a tree is like making a promise that you're going to help it grow.
And taking care of them means a few key things. Young trees get thirsty, so they need regular water. You've got to clear out the weeds around them so they aren't fighting for sunlight and food. Sometimes they need a little boost from fertilizer. And you have to protect them from pests or animals that might think they look like a delicious lunch. It's all that TLC that helps a tiny sapling grow into a huge, strong tree. All right, so we've talked about how amazing forests are, the threats they're facing, and how we can protect them and even plant new ones. Now we get to the most important part of this whole thing, you. Here you go, a super simple guide for every single forest guardian out there. On the left, we've got the green lights, the things we should absolutely do. Plant trees, join cleanups, recycle, and just get curious about the nature around you. And on the right, the red lights, the things to avoid. Wasting paper, being careless with campfires, and bothering the wildlife. The big takeaway here is that all our little choices every day, they add up to make a massive difference. And that's the question I want to leave you with. It doesn't have to be some huge, life-changing thing. Maybe it's just making sure you use both sides of a piece of paper. Or maybe it's learning the name of that one tree you walk by every day. Whatever you choose, that one small thing,
That's where your story as a forest guardian begins. Thanks so much for joining me.